Hey guys, Deathbyphiw here. Welcome back to my channel. Ximming, hottest topic in console gaming, especially in the Overwatch community, is Ximming cheating? And my personal opinion is yes, it is cheating. And I don't really think it's a hot take whatsoever, because if you're playing on console, the intention of playing on console is to use controller and you get the aim assist when doing so. And that's why aim assist exists. So let's move along into this article, and the director's take is basically agreeing with me. Right? So what are unapproved peripherals? Unapproved peripherals are basically any sort of hardware that allows you to use something other than a controller, like a mouse and keyboard, to get that unfair competitive advantage and continue to get aim assist on your console because the console's unable to detect it. And why is this a problem? Well, basically, at most ranks, if not higher ranks, Ximming is an extreme unfair competitive advantage because there is aim assist on consoles. And people argue, well, there's some top 500 and other Overwatch players on PC who use controller. It's not the same thing. There's aim assist on console for controller for the purpose of it's harder to aim when you're using a controller. If you're using a mouse and keyboard with aim assist, it's basically like soft aimbotting. It is cheating. It is not allowed. It is not appropriate, and it's just all in all cheating. So what have they been doing to detect this? So over the past few seasons, the Overwatch devs and engineers have been looking into how to detect this, and they've been reviewing data, reviewing in-game probably reports of cheaters using Ximming, and reviewing those game logs carefully to see, hey, what's different? Then going back and connecting likely to their consoles and seeing, well, is there anything that we can see in the data that is different from people who are obviously using controller and people who are not? And they figured out a way to detect it. They're not going to go into the details of how they've done it, and this is just all like what I think they're doing. And they've been passively gathering data for them to analyze. Now they've gathered this data over the seasons, and then they're going to use it to take action on these Ximming cheaters. It's been a problem typically at Grandmaster and Champion ranks, and less so on lower ranks, but it does happen in lower ranks. So is it now your time to shine on console? Are you going to rank up better and not get these Ximming cheaters on your enemy team? Maybe. Let's see. So removing unapproved peripherals from competitive play, starting in Season 11, players who are detected using an unapproved peripheral on a console will be actioned in 2 phases. The first time a player is detected, they will be restricted from competitive on console for 1 week. Players will still have access to quick play during this time, and if they cease using the unapproved peripheral, the restriction will eventually expire and they will be able to resume playing competitive. So they removed the illegal cheating software from their console. They'll get their ban uplifted and they'll be returned to competitive play, and then their rank will go down because they suck now at the game. Haha, just kidding. Or maybe I'm not kidding. However, if the use of this continues, not only will the player be restricted from competitive on console, but they will be forced to play with other mouse and keyboard players when playing a quick play for the entire season. Additionally, these players will no longer have access to the aim assist feature. They are welcome to continue playing Overwatch 2, but they will be playing against players who use a similar control setup to their own. Oh my god, this is wonderful. This is amazing. This is great. I love it. It's like Blizzard devs are like, you want to keep doing what you're doing? Let me sip my tea real quick, and here's what's going to happen. Not only are you not going to be able to play competitive and you'll be locked out of it, but you'll play quick play and only be allowed to play quick play with other people doing the same thing you've been doing. That is absolutely hilarious. I'm sorry. That's just like great. Like, it's amazing. Taking immediate action. What about the use of unapproved peripherals before Season 11? Over the next few weeks, there will be permanent account bans against players who are the most severe abusers of these unapproved peripherals. These actions will be targeted toward high-ranked players who have been reported by others and who our data clearly shows are using an unapproved peripheral. A reminder that per our Blizzard in-game code of conduct, automating any facet of the game or engaging in any activity that grants an unfair advantage is considered cheating. For console players using these pieces of hardware who you know, these unapproved peripherals who do not want their account banned, the only way to evade these bans is to cease using this right now. There will be no other warnings. So you're gonna get banned, and Blizzard is very clear here. Ximming is cheating, and you can argue with me in the comments for those who disagree, but I'm sorry. I think the community speaks for itself. I mean, the game was on consoles made to play with controller, and if you're getting aim assist, it's just like an unfair advantage. And I think what they've done is exactly what I said, is they reviewed data, they reviewed report logs, like I've said just previously in this video, and they use that to observe the way they've been playing, observe their aiming, and see how that like matches up and mirrors against actual console players playing on controller the way it was intended to be played. So good for Blizzard, good for the honest, hardworking, and grinding console players. Good for you. This is a step in the right direction. I love it. The future of mouse and keyboard for console. We recognize that many players use these pieces of hardware to enable input devices they simply prefer overall. So we've started discussing whether we can add official mouse and keyboard support to consoles in a way that doesn't give these players an unfair advantage over their controller counterparts. Right now, for competitive, console players play in a separate pool from PC. So in order to allow console players who would like to use a mouse and keyboard legitimately, we would make sure they would be able to play in competitive matches only with other mouse and keyboard users and without the benefit of aim assist. So they're trying to figure out a way to make your mouse and keyboard users on console basically either only go up against other console players doing the same thing in competitive, which may like make their queue times insane, or you simply get put in PC lobbies. That's it. You're playing on a console and maybe you can't afford to buy a PC at the moment, but you feel more comfortable playing on mouse and keyboard. And you were maybe unintentionally cheating. Like this is a way you like to play the game, and you want to continue to play competitive in this fashion and don't mind going up against PC players because it's a fair matchup. And you just take it on the chin and say, yeah, go ahead, put me in PC lobbies. There probably is a small pool of players thinking that way, but I could see some folks thinking that way and be like, hey, it's not fair to me. I'm comfortable on mouse and keyboard. I don't like playing on controllers, or vice versa, whatever. Like there's plenty of PC players who use controllers, like Joystick OW is a Reinhardt player who plays on controller on Overwatch. So there's players like that, right? Maybe there's some on console. So they're trying to cater to all audiences. So don't feel neglected here. Just know that you'll be playing against people in competitive, maybe at some point when they do make this update, against other folks who are just on mouse and keyboard, either on console or you're just put into PC pools. Final thoughts. We are committed to making Overwatch 2 a fair game for everyone, regardless of what platform you play on or the input device you choose to use. These changes are a step in the direction of leveling the playing field for all players. We continue to evolve our detection and actions against unapproved peripherals and other means of unfair play. Keep an eye out for how our efforts are progressing in future Defense Matrix updates. Thanks for reading, and let's make a great game. So, all in all, I think console Overwatch is finally back. It is now going to be a fair and leveled playing field, and they're going to be taking action against all those folks who are cheating. You are a Zimmer, you are a cheater. Dislike my video, I really don't care. Argue with me in the comments, I really don't care. Flat out, you're a cheater if you're a Ximming. There's no ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. The Blizzard devs believe the same thing that I do. Most of the player base on PC and console believe the same way I do. You're a small fraction of the community who disagree with me. And I think this is a great direction in the right, a great step in the right direction. I think this is a great choice. I think that they're starting to show that they care more about console players, and starting to help you all out and make the game better for all, especially for you console players who I feel like kind of get neglected a little bit with all this. I mean, it's been a long time that this has been an ongoing issue, and they're finally taking action against it. And I guess they wanted to make sure they were doing it the right way and being accurate in their detection tools, and not just taking a swift action and banning people who aren't cheating. So I don't know. I mean, I think this is great. So if you haven't already, please like this video. Make sure to leave your comments in the comments section below. Is Ximming cheating? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Is this action in the right direction for Overwatch, especially for console players? Let me know. Also, share this with a friend. Yes, we play Overwatch. We probably don't have friends. Haha, just kidding. Share it with someone so they could take a look at this and let them see if they agree or not. And also, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really does help out the channel tremendously and motivates me to continue make gaming videos and content like this. And as always, happy gaming.